Good afternoon, everyone. So, today I'm gonna explain you a poem of class 9, and the topic is wind. As we all know, wind is a natural phenomenon, and we often give it different names as per its quality and the speed and the velocity of the wind. For example, if the wind is blowing slowly and if it is soothing our body, we call it breeze. But if it is somewhat strong and if it destroys the trees or the houses or anything that can be destroyed, or if it's uproot some trees, then we call it storm. And if it affects the big houses, flats, and it changes the velocities and the movement of seas, then we call it tsunami or hurricane, right? So the same wind has been termed as different names because of its quality or the behavior it applies at the time. Here in this poem, again we'll be seeing the poet A.K. Ramanujam. Actually, this poem is originally written in Tamil language, which was written by Subramanya Bharati, and it has been translated into English by A.K. Ramanujam. So, he again talks about the qualities of wind, and actually he is right now having a conversation with wind, where he is talking to wind, and he wanna inform the wind that what kind of destructions and the damages it is causing. He is requesting it not to cause those damages. But further, he understands the situations that the wind doesn't listen to anybody. The wind has to do what it wants to do, right? Or it will do whatever it wants to do. No one can instruct it or stop it or order it. So now, for that reasons, what can be done? If the wind is not going to obey us, then what can be done? So again, by the ending of the poem, the poet had suggested some points. So we'll see it, and I'll try to explain it as easier as it could. One more thing. Basically, the poem Wind is also related to human being. As I said, the wind is not actually wind. In fact, it is related to human being as their adversities and the problems or the difficulties they face. So only those people who can stand and who can come as a warriors are the ones who has the capacity or the capability in themselves to survive, to face, not to run away from the problems or not to face off or turn their faces with their difficulties and problems. So the wind here is basically symbolized with the adversities and the difficulties of the human being. So let's not waste the time and come to the point. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. The poet is requesting in these two lines. The first thing is, in the first line he says, wind, come softly. It is his request. He is not ordering actually. Why come softly? Because the wind is stronger, and the poet is requesting that don't break the shutters of the windows. The shutters of the windows are the weak things. So if you will blow strongly, you may damage it, you may destroy it. So please don't break the shutters, or even don't scatter the papers lying on the table or lying anywhere. When the wind blows, the papers basically it used to scatter here and there, it used to scatter here, hither and thither. So the poet is requesting that please don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. The books which are kept on the shelf, I request you, don't blow strongly, else they are falling down. And there, look what you did, you threw them all down. And the poet said, see, you have thrown all the books down from the shelf. So now here you see windows, or means the shutters of the windows, or the papers, or the books that are those are kept on the shelf. These all are refers to weak things. and therefore they can't tolerate the strong wind. They can't tolerate the speed of the strong wind. The poet is requesting not to the wind not to blow so hard, because if it will blow hardly, it may damage or it may destroy or it may change the position of these particular objects. And also he is further referring as, you tore the pages of the books. See, not only you put all the books down from the shelf, in fact you have tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again, and after doing all these things you brought rain. So you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Whom are you disturbing? Whom are you threatening? Or whom are you causing damages? You are only causing damages to those who are weak. And you are very smart to poke the weaklings. Here poking means making fun. And of weakling means the weaker person or the weaker things or the weaker objects. So you are very clever, since you can blow strongly and you can cause damages to those which are weak, be it objects or be it human being. Now simply, in life also, when we face problems, when we face difficulties, the people who are stronger ones, the people who are strongly believe in faith, or they are having faith in themselves, if they have the capacities to face the problems and challenges, they survive and they come as winners. But those who have less heart, or those who are chicken hearted, or those who run away from their problems, those who doesn't want to face any problems, they collapse with the passage of time. So it's very important. Even if you remember Darwin's evolution theory, what does it say? It says that those only can survive who knows how to adapt with the situation or the circumstances or with the environment. If you can't change yourself with the passage of time, you can't survive. It's simple. Change is the law of nature, and you have to adapt yourself with the change of the law of the nature, or you have to change with nature. It's quite simple. Let me tell you one story which is very, in fact, it is inspiring to all of you. It is actually a conversation between a young buffalo named Walter and his father. So this young buffalo, Walter, asked to his father, "Father, what should I afraid of? I mean, in the jungle, which animals should I afraid of?" The father smiled and said, "Son, I only advise you to be afraid of lions." Then son said, "Oh, yes, father, I have heard about lions and I know they are very powerful, and they can kill me anytime. They can kill any other animals anytime." The father said, No. He smiled and said, "I didn't say that you should afraid of, but I told you that you should afraid of those animals. But I didn't say that, yes." Then Walter said that, "Okay, fine, father, whenever I'll encounter any of the lions, I will run away and they won't be able to kill me." He said, "No, I don't mean that. What I mean is, you don't have to run away. In fact, you have to face your problem. You have to face those lions." The Walter replied, "Father, are you gone crazy? You're suggesting me to face lion knowing that it may kill me?" Father said, "Yes. Now, whenever you face a lion, whenever you encounter a lion, what I suggest you is, first, don't move. And show it to the lion that you are not afraid. If it doesn't work, then you apply the second one. What is that? You have this sharp horns with you. Show your sharp horns to the lion. Stomp in the ground with your hooves and try to make it afraid. If it doesn't work, then try slowly moving towards the lion. And if it still doesn't work, then fight or charge the lion with all your might, or whatever you have, or whatever you can. But don't run away, because once you will run away, it will chase and It may attack on your unprotected back and put you down, and it will be easier for you to kill. Therefore, I suggest you to use all your might and fight, charge on the animal, charge on the lion. Walter said, "It sounds crazy. You're suggesting me to kill that scary animal, to kill that beast." He said, "Yes, I'm suggesting you." Then Walter said, "Okay, and what if he attacks me back?" Then his father says, "Okay, look around yourself. What are you seeing?" Walter said, "I'm seeing 200s of buffaloes and this heavy beast with strong shoulders and all, powerful shoulders." He said, "Yes." Now, if finally nothing works and still you are in situation of panic and fear, then just call us. We all will be there with you. But we will be standing right behind you only if you will have the courage to face your problem first. And then he understood one thing. We all human beings are actually surrounded with lions. These lions are depressions, negativities, comments, many more. All those things that make us miserable, that make us to surround our mind with negativity, that keeps harming us, that keeps threatening us. These all are lions around us. And you have to face your lion first. Until or unless you make courage to face your lion, no one can stand behind you or stand with you. That's very important. And therefore, the poet is suggesting here to make yourself strong so that you can tolerate any wind. You may have the courage to face those problems. Right? Let's see ahead. Frail, crumbling houses. Frail means, here the meaning of frail is weak. Crumbling means those things which can fall easily or which can be damaged easily. So what are those things which are weak and can be damaged? Or the wind strongly affects those things. What are those? It affects crumbling houses. It affects crumbling doors. It affects crumbling rafters. Rafter means the pillar, the standing pillar between your roof and top. Crumbling woods. It affects crumbling bodies. It affects crumbling lives and crumbling hearts. And how does it affect? Further, the poet is saying, the wind god winnows and crushes them all. Winnowing is a process of separating shafts from wheat. So, in the process of winnowing, strong wind is blown so that the shafts can be separated easily from the wheat and we can get the fresh grains. Right? Therefore, the poet is saying that if the world is actually the mix of strong and weak persons. So how can you identify who is weak? So it's simply that put them in difficulties or throw them some difficulties or challenges or adversities and you can see they will be separated themselves like shafts is being separated in the process of winnowing from wheat. They'll be separated easily. And this is what the poet is referring as the winnowing process separates the shafts from the wheat. Therefore, the difficulties and the adversities in human life separates the weaker peoples or the weak peoples or the weak persons from the stronger ones. He won't do what you tell him. The poet is again saying that the wind doesn't obey anybody. The wind is not there to listen to anybody. And if you will request to the wind, "Oh wind, I warn you not to come," the wind will obey you. No, the wind, this is a natural phenomena. So it will never ever listen to anybody. Nobody can control any natural phenomena. It is natural and it will come without asking or without referring to anybody. This is not something that wind will come and say, "Knock, knock." You'll ask, "Who is it?" "I'm wind. Am I allowed to come in? Am I allowed in your country to blow strongly?" Of course not. The wind doesn't obey anybody. Therefore, what should we do? Or what can we do if we cannot control the wind or if we cannot instruct the wind? The poet is suggesting, so come, let's build strong homes. This is in our hand that we can do. we can build our homes strong. So he says that let's build our homes strong, and let's join the doors firmly. Let's put the doors firmly, and when it is blowing stronger, when the wind is blowing stronger, put the bolts firmly joint your windows and doors, then it may not affect you. Again, practice to firm the body. And if you are stuck in the storm, or if you are stuck in the wind, then keep your body firm and your heart steadfast. Then and there only you will be able to face the problem. Then and there only you will be clear with your vision, and you may have the courage. The courage to face the problem, and then you will be out from the problem with the situation. Right? Do this, and the wind will be friends with it. The poet is suggesting next that if you will do it, if you will make yourself firm and keep your heart steadfast, then the wind will be your friend, because it will no more affect you, it will no more damage you, it will no more cause destructions with you or around you. And then in that case, the problem is, now the poet is saying it will harm nothing to you, it will be friend with you. Then the question comes as, then whom does it damage, or whom does it cause destruction? It only blows out weak fires. If you see, you put a diya, if you lit a diya, and when strong winds, or normally any wind which is which is in speed than the normal, it blows out, or it puts off. Simply puts off means bujh jana. So it blows out. So you shouldn't make yourself like the fire of diya. Instead, you should be glowing like a firewood, or like a fire which has started in between the jungle or in the mid of the jungle, so that if you will if you will be facing this strong wind, your fire will come louder, it will roar, and it will flourish more and more. It won't be put off like the fire of diya. So it's simple that what kind of fire, or what kind of desire for success, or for anything, or for life you should have. You should have a burning desire in yourself. Until unless you will have a burning desire, you will be put off easily by the strong winds, or by the difficulties, or by the adversities. Right? Therefore the poet is suggesting, make yourself strong enough so that when this wind will blow to you, or when it will come to you, you will come as a warrior, you will come as a fighter, and you will roar, and then you will flourish, rather than being put off. And when you do this, when you make yourself strong, your friendship with the wind will be good, and then this wind will be truly turned into your friend, and it will help you, and your friendship will help you a lot. And then you will praise the wind every day, because whosoever makes us strong, we praise them and we remember them till our life ends, or till the lifetime. And therefore the poet is suggesting to make yourself strong enough so that you can face the challenges, and you can keep yourself moving, you can keep yourself strong, and this will enhance your personality, and it may shine you, it may it may change your personality, and you will be a remarkable person for the world. Right? So this is all about the poem Wind, and I hope that you will definitely like it. If you like it, please put comments in the comment box, and if you want some changes, please do suggest me. Thank you so much.